Hey, Matt here for M3 Mind Move Manifest. And the question today is to jump in the pit or not. And what I mean by that is, do you jump down with somebody who's in a negative energy state, or do you just stay on your higher energy state? We talk about elevating the consciousness of people, and what is it that we can do best to help people be better? Well, the first thing that we can do to help people be better is to understand that by joining up energies with somebody who's in a negative state, all you're doing is adding to that state. You're growing that negative state. So it's always our responsibility to hold our conscious state to the higher levels: joy, love, peace, gratitude, things like that. We should always be working. There is no perfection, there's only progression. But we should always be working to keep our energy on that higher state of being. So by understanding that by joining energies and getting in a negative state and a negative stance with somebody, all you're doing is creating more negativity and worse things for that person. We understand, you know, I can't do it that way. I have to hold my energy higher. That's the way that it works. And that energy then can be taken by that person so that their energy can begin to be raised up, and they can have different thoughts and ideas in creating what they want. But do you jump down into the pit with them and come alongside of them for a moment? And I use the term jump into the pit because I've heard this with sympathize and empathize. And Brene Brown talks about it when she says, sympathy is when somebody's stuck down in a pit and somebody walks by and goes, "Oh yeah, that looks really, really bad." And empathy is understanding what the pit is and jumping in the pit with them and understanding and saying that, you know what, I'm probably paraphrasing this wrong because I just heard it wrong, or heard it just the other day. But getting down in there and saying, I know what it's like to be down here. But here's the thing, I know the way out. I have been through this and you can get through it too, is the empathetic way to explain things. So when we visualize that from getting down with somebody into the pit, how is it that we navigate this in our life so that we don't lose our energy? I'm going to share with you really quickly the way to do that. And yes, my advice, and this is coming from a coach because I do this all day, my advice is to get down into the pit with them for sure and understand and let them know that you've been there before too. Nobody resonates with perfection, I mean, if somebody just does something perfect all the time, every time, we all look at that as we're struggling, to do what we want to do in our life, and we go, I don't understand that. But everybody resonates with struggle. So being able to get into that place and say, listen, I understand what it is that you're going through, and I'm going to get down in here. Maybe I'll share a little bit about what I've went through in my life and all the hardships that I've gone through and the really dark times, and now I've overcome that. And the same is true for you. I will show you the way out. And that's what we do. Now here's the thing. When a person's down in the pit and they say, no, 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 there's no way out, there's no way out, and they refuse to get out of that way of being and staying in those lower energy states, that the world is wrong and all these things are bad and it's just negative and bad, the only choice you have at that point is you came down to their level and now show them. Show them by your example how to get out of the pit. So yes, get in the pit with somebody. Don't stay there with them. Let them know that you're here to show them the way out, and then be the example of the person who holds the higher energy and feels it. Pass it along to them. Let them make their decision. We're creatures of free will. We all have the ability to make our own decision. And those of us that actually understand this stuff make the decision to help somebody by example. Show them, hold your energy on that higher level, and allow them to make their decision either to stay or to come along with you. But my advice is, and I've been getting this so much lately, is what do I do as I raise my energy and the person next to me doesn't want to do it? What do I do? What do I do? My advice to you is continue to hold your energy and be the example. Don't come down to their level and then stay there. When you understand that feeling is just a word that we invented to describe the vibration that we're in physically and what we're putting out there in the world, and that vibration has to match up with something. Every feeling that you're having is bringing something to you. You have to ask the question, why would I ever spend my time feeling bad? Why would I spend my time in fear, doubt, and worry? Because all that, when you have this understanding, all that is going to get you is more of that. We must consciously raise our energy. Matt here for M3. I hope this stuff serves you and you can understand how to go about when you're changing your vibration and getting better in your world, how it is that you navigate, the world of all those people that are in your inner circle and even your outer circle with maybe energy that's not matching up with you. How do you match up with them, help them out, and then still keep your vibration in that space where it is that you get what you want all the time too?